Our goods are in. Finally, our 1688 overseas air goods are finally in. Most of us have been asking me in the comment section, Doki, when is the goods coming? Have you received the items? It is finally here, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys every single experience that I've had using the 1688 overseas shipment, that is their air version. I've already done for the sea, so you can actually check my previous videos to actually see how the experience was with the sea. Now, for those of us who are new and you don't actually know whatever is happening, you can now ship your goods from 1688 to your country without needing an external shipping agent. Yes, that is just what all of this is about. And I would advise you to actually watch this video from the beginning to the very end, because of the experience I had with a lot of my subscribers here with the sea. Because I realized that most of us didn't watch the video to the end. So watch the video halfway, you decide to go and try it. And when you get the issues, that is where Doki will not sleep. Please make sure you watch this video from the beginning to the end to get all the information. I don't know why some of us do those things. If you find a video and you really want to understand what the person is saying in that video, you should watch it to the end. If you don't watch it to the end, you might not get all the information you need about whatever thing that you are actually looking for. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing with you guys every single thing that I've had with the sea. Please do well to watch the video. Okay, so I'm just going to be starting with the unboxing and we are going to get right into it. So when I was placing this order, I placed it with you guys over here. Okay, so those of us who watched that video, you might have a fair idea of whatever is inside here. Okay, but let me just show you guys how it is. So let me show you the packaging. Okay, so this is how it was packaged. Okay, so this is how it is, and all my goods were received and everything was actually packed into one box. Okay, when you are using the sea, they wouldn't send you any images of your item, but when you are using the air, they'll always send you images when they receive your packages within their 1688 warehouse. Now, one thing that I realized that most people didn't really understand about this overseas is that I actually thought that when they buy the item, 1688 will just go and pick this and pick your item and pick everything and bring it down to you. No, that's not what actually happens. For my beginners, please. What happens here is that 1688 is just a platform that is connecting buyers with sellers and sellers with buyers. Okay, anybody looking for a particular item, they'll connect you to the right person that you are looking for to buy from. Okay, that is just what they actually do. So it means that when you buy an item and you are going to use the overseas shipment, they will have to receive your goods one by one from every single supplier that you have actually bought from. This is just like using a consolidation agent. Okay, that is the whole concept behind whatever thing that they are doing. Okay, so when you buy it from 5 suppliers, they are going to wait and receive from all the 5. So once they send you a message that they have received the goods, you have to make sure that you do your due diligence and track your items very well. That is why I'm having issues with a lot of the beginners, people that don't know anything at all about importation. They just chance on a video that, oh, you can ship from 1688 to your country, and they just decided to jump on it. Most of them, they are suffering. Yes, I can bet you on that. Please, if you really want to do this and do it right, make sure you learn and understand whatever thing you are doing before you get yourself into anything. Okay, so I just opened my box and just have a look at that. So this is how they actually package it. They removed every single thing there is and they repacked every single thing into my package. Okay, so the very first one we have here is this particular belt, and it looks pretty well, and it also looks very, very quality. Okay, now the other issue most of us are having is that we just feel like you can go and buy an item like this, just one piece like this, and you want to use it through 1688 overseas. You are going to be losing a lot of money. Okay, because just as I said when I made the C video, when you are using this particular 1688 overseas, they have a fixed amount or a fixed weight. They actually use the weight and not the CBN. They don't use the size of this box to charge me. They'll use the weight of the goods to actually charge. Whether you're using air or you're using sea, it is the same thing that they use. Okay, but one thing that most of us are doing is that once you go and purchase one piece like this and you are trying to use the overseas shipment for this particular item, you are going to be paying more. Why am I saying this? This is because they have a fixed kg, okay, that they charge for whatever item that you are buying. So even if your item doesn't get to that kg, they will still charge you for the full kg. So let's say that the fixed kg is 10 kg and above for a particular amount that you are supposed to pay. Okay, Now, even if you buy one piece like this, if your goods is one like this, or if your item is just this particular thing over here, okay, they'll still charge you for 10 kg of goods. I hope you understand. So please, those of us that we didn't really understand it when I was explaining in the sea, because I mentioned it several times, but most of us were still doing that same mistake. If you buy one piece like this, how much they'll charge you for this will be the same as how much they'll charge you probably for a box like this. Yes, because they have a fixed, they don't charge per your item. They don't look at your item like this and charge you. They have a fixed they have a fixed kg that you should meet. Please. So that's just something that I realized that most of us were doing mistakes in. So if you're going to buy one piece like this, you don't have any business with Oversea. See, that's one thing I want us to actually understand before I tell you the experience I had when I was using this air shipment with the Oversea. I hope you guys remember this. So this is a night wear or a sleepwear any. I really love the quality. It's also very nice. It's very, very nice. Yes, I love every bit of it. It has the same fabric as a particular one that I got some time back. And this is the top. This one too is super, super beautiful. And the next one is going to be this. So this is a necklace I got. Okay, this is so beautiful. This is very, very pretty. Can you see that? It's very pretty. I just hope it lasts. Now, let's talk about the duration. Okay, how long did it take for me to receive this item? Before I tell you the duration, there is like a long story behind it. But I will keep it as short and as simple as it can. So you guys know that I am currently in 2 locations, right? I'm on campus and I'm also at home. So like I'm in 2 different locations. So I use my home address for this particular item. And surprisingly, the number that I used my business number, like a number that I use on the regular, which I shouldn't have done. Because during that same period, I realized that when I track it on the 1688 app, they told me that the item was available in Ghana, but was actually undergoing clearance. Then later on, it updated and gave me a number. Those of us that have used it before, you realize that you always add a number to your tracker on the 1688 app. Once you track it on the 1688 app, they always add a number of the person that is going to deliver your goods. So I saw the number and I decided to actually try calling the number. I called, I couldn't get through to the number. At that same time, I actually had a viral video of an item that I was actually selling. Honestly, I've never experienced that thing before until I experienced it at this particular period. In 1 minute, I can receive so many calls. Within 1 minute, I can receive so many calls. So I just realized that maybe this item, these people were trying to reach me within that time, because it got to a particular time I couldn't even pick the calls anymore because the calls were just too many for me. So you guys remember this particular item, right? This item was part of my sea goods. Yes, I couldn't pick this one up because it didn't arrive early at their warehouse. So this item was still at their warehouse, and I decided to pick it up. I was picking for the air, so I just added it as my pickup items. This particular one. So I just this particular one here. You use it to wash utensils, probably pots and all of those. And I think over here you can actually open it. You put your liquid soap over here. So you keep your liquid soap over here or whatever thing that you want to use to clean. Then you can just go like that. So I realized that these people were trying to reach me within that time and they couldn't reach me. That's just what I actually thought, because they told me that the item was in, and by then I was also on campus. So unless I come over here before I can actually make arrangements to actually receive the goods. So when I got back from campus, I then decided to follow up on my item. So I took the tracking number on the 1688 app. I gave it to my rider to actually go to the office because I know where their office is. If you are using air and you don't have any issues, they should call you and deliver it. Okay, air is delivery. C, you go and pick up. Okay, so the next one is going to be D. So these are bra, like this is bra. Okay, strapless bras. Should I show you guys? I'm not sure I should show you guys. So actually I have it in white and I also have it in black. So this is just it. But from here, I actually think this is super quality. Like I love it. Okay. Then I also got this particular one. So what actually introduced me to these type of belts? It is Temu. My very first order on Temu, I had something like this and I'm still using it. It's so beautiful. Like this particular type. I love it. Then I got this particular 2-piece. Okay, I got this 2-piece dress. So let's check it out. All right. This is going to look a little bit bigger on me. I can just tell. It's going to look a bit bigger on me, but I just hope it actually fits. But this will fit, and I love the texture. It is not see-through. It's very beautiful. Particular um, necklace. Is it necklace or chain? I don't even know. So I also got this in my name. That's D. It's so beautiful. They have them in different alphabets. So I decided to go in for D, right? Yes. So now let's talk about the duration. So it took me about 15 days. That is when I tracked on the 1688 app. It took me about 15 days. Now I have been trying to do some little bit of research. Okay. So I decided to ask some of my students, those that tried it with me. So I decided to ask them how the experience were. Some were like they received it in about 20 days. Some even got up to a month. Even other people that tried it before me. Yes, I have some of my students that tried this overseas even before I tried it. After they tried the sea and they realized that the air was now available, they actually just tried it. So I just tried reaching out to them to actually understand how they also felt about it. But from my personal experience, these people they have issues. And the issues they have pricing issues. Okay. When I was done with everything, my package was around 2 point something kg. And they were charging me around almost 300 RMB for 2 kg of goods. And I was like, yes, I know that air is expensive, but this is just too much. So I actually tried reaching out to their customer service that is for the logistics, and they were just giving me some funny replies. Like that's how it's supposed to be. If I have issues with logistics, I have to reach out to the supplier and all of that blah blah blah. So finally, I had to keep on pushing and pushing until they actually looked into my issue, and later on it was slashed to around 130 RMB for this air goods. And for me to receive it in 15 days, I am not impressed. I wouldn't use any air and receive them in 15 days and pay for 130 RMB for those items. Though I feel that yes, air is expensive, but not to this extent. No, I wouldn't do it because I would actually prefer to buy my items. If I want to receive them like this, I'll just send it to a repacking agent. I've already recommended one on this my channel. Those of us that started using that repacking agent, you are sending me testimonies, and I'm super glad that you are seeing the results of whatever thing that I was recommending to you guys. Okay, so I'll actually prefer to send my goods to a repacking agent for them to pack it, and I can now choose whichever shipping company I want to use to push my items down to me in Ghana here, because the stress alone that these people are going to let you go through trying to reach out to them. And you know, these particular items, once the item crosses a particular time in their warehouse, they will keep on adding up. They will be charging you every single time your item is with them and you are not picking it up. Once it costs, I think about 20 days or 15 days or so, they will start charging you for keeping your items at their warehouse, and it will be piling up in your account for you to pay at the end of everything if you are now about to pick up. So I wouldn't really stress myself, yes, because the stress is just too much. I actually feel like this particular whole thing that they want to do, it is actually a very good and beautiful thing, okay? But the way they are structuring it is not the best. You are just starting something new. You don't know how your customers is going to feel about it. You should even be eager to get reviews from your customers to actually see whatever thing you have introduced, is it beneficial to your customers or not? Okay, but you don't just charge whatever thing you want, and when people try to reach out to you for you to sort some of these issues with them, there is absolutely nobody available. They will just be tossing you until, if you're not pushing harder, it's when I pushed and pushed until they actually looked into my matter. Okay, so for how long will I keep pushing always for you to look into my matter? All right, so I feel like there is issue of charging. Yes, most of the times they overcharge, right? Some of the people that experienced this with me actually spoke about it with the C, but the C, honestly, I did not experience anything of overcharge because the goods that I got was like worth the price that I had, and the duration too was okay for me. But for this particular air, I can't say the same thing, okay? And I've realized that most other people that tried this with me were also giving me the same thing. I feel that if they really want to push this thing and push it harder, they should consider the plight of their customers, because they are not experiencing it. It's we that we use it that experiences every single bit of it. So they should find ways, right? So I actually got this particular dress. I don't even remember buying this dress. In fact, I remember this other one. I remember one over here, but I don't remember this one. I don't remember it. So this is actually a dress, a pleated dress, and it comes with this particular belt. I just hope it fits. I hope it fits. This is also very nice. I love the texture of the fabric. Then the last one is going to be this particular two-piece. At this particular time, I just feel like two-piece is my style. I don't know. There's something about two-piece. I feel super like I feel super comfortable anytime I'm wearing two-piece. So I don't joke with two-piece. I especially on 168, they have super beautiful two pieces. This actually looks a bit see-through. It looks a bit see-through. I don't know. It's because of the fabric. Okay, so it's because of the fabric, but I actually love the design. Then this particular one, oh, I actually wanted this to be like a shirt. I want it very long. I don't want something that will be looking like it is a crop top. I just hope everything fits very well. If not, I'll be super disappointed. So all in all, these are the few items I got just to try the air for my people over here, and this is the experience that I've had. I actually feel that 168 can actually do better about this their overseas shipments. I know most of us also tried this with me. If you have your goods already, you can actually share with me your experience. How was the experience and all of that? One thing I'll be leaving with you is that if you even use this overseas, avoid using heavy goods with the overseas, because you are going to regret it. Anything heavy, just make sure you avoid it. So always check the descriptions of your products to see the weight of the item before you decide if you can actually use it through the overseas shipment. My final words is 1688 overseas shipment, they should do better, because I feel that you can't know it all. So you have to always attend to your customers. But as for me, I'm not sure I'll be trying it anytime soon. Maybe in the future, if something new comes, I'll always come and try it out just to make sure my people are okay, to make sure my people are safe, or to make sure if you can actually be able to use whatever new thing that is out. But this, their overseas shipments, there are a whole lot of issues, and they are not trying to sort them out. That's one thing that I don't really like about this their overseas issue, right? So apart from this, my goods are so beautiful. I love them, and I'm going to be trying them out. If today is your first time of coming across my channel, do well to hit on the subscribe button, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. It is bye bye.